Hello, so today we will be taking a look at my Shockadin deck. It is a rush Paladin deck. It is focused on being very aggressive. So we have 2 Blessing and Mights to pretty much boost the damage going through. Abusive Sergeant, temporary damage. It helps for trading and just pushing through damage. Argent Squire, those stay present on the board usually, and it's also good if you can get out an Argent Squire, throw out Blessing and Might. It's kind of immune to a lot of the things that Priest play, so they end up having to do the 2 damage to it. Elven Archer for multiple things, usually just taking out 1 health enemies, and also being able to use, if I can find it, Equality, and then just removing whatever you want. 2 Leper Gnomes, just because they're good value for getting damage to the enemy hero. Usually if you can swing at least once with them, they're incredibly good value. Worgen Infiltrator, we have 2 of them. They actually usually stay on the board, don't die. If you can get them out first turn, it's usually the best time to get them out. 2 Equalities, good for comboing with Elven Archer, or trading with your 1/1s that you get out with your hero power. Also Sword of Justice can take out stuff, but mainly Consecrate. If you can pull off the Equality Consecrate combo, you're usually pretty good in position. And then we have a Ironbeak Owl, or actually Bluegill Warriors next, which 2/1 with charge. It can get damage usually and pretty quickly. Have that bundled with Abusive Sergeant. After a board wipe, you can still get 4 damage through. An Ironbeak Owl for silencing stuff like a Sludge Belcher, which you can just start to ignore if you silence things like that, or just anything else that just has that large of an impact that you need to get rid of it. A Loot Hoarder, it keeps you up in card draw so you can actually not get destroyed so quickly. It's the same reason why we have Divine Favor, which can sometimes be a dead card, but sometimes you can draw like 6 cards off of it, which is usually when you're playing against Handlock, but you can play a mirror match and it becomes a dead card. So usually you want to draw at least 2 cards from it, considering the mage alternative is also 2 cards, and it just stays that. Sword of Justice is great because you're getting stuff pretty much better value. Say an Argent Squire, you have a 2/2 with Divine Shield, it's a lot harder to kill. Or even your hero ability getting 2/2s out. And then other things like Loot Hoarder becomes a 3/2, same with Bluegill, which it can attack right away. Then we have Cold Light Oracle, so you can get more card draw. We only have 1 in there because we don't want to give our opponent too much of an advantage, but sometimes you just need that card draw to keep on pushing. And then with that kind of mana curve of it mostly being 1 drops, you can usually play both the cards you draw that turn. We have a Wolf Rider, just so we can get 3 damage in quickly. Same about Sword of Justice, get 4 damage in. It's pretty nice. 2 True Silver Champions, mainly because they're just good damage, straight to the face. It can heal you up. It kind of, prevents a bit of too much damage to the face. Consecrate, board clear, pretty important. Hammer of Wrath, good for card draw. It replaces itself when you use it, and also 3 damage. So sometimes you can just go face with that. Sometimes you'll just hit something on the board. Avenging Wrath is very strong, mainly because, for 1, you can use it with Equality, usually clear an entire board. And then also 8 damage. You can sometimes get like a clear board and then just go all face with that 8 damage, leaving you pretty well in the lead usually. It's a strong card overall. I don't want to say it's completely required. With it being the only epic, it kind of makes it so that's the only expensive part really in the deck. But it does have its strengths. I would say it should be in as much as you can if you build this deck. But it's good to make sure you have a lot of just aggressive things, which most of it is commons. Oh, and then also Sword of Justice, which is like more of a recent addition. But it's, like Sword of Justice is a bit less necessary in my opinion than Avenging Wrath. But overall, it is a very strong and fast-paced deck. So anyways, that's the deck. I will have a video also going up covering, gameplay, so I'll have some gameplay commentary later. I will also probably make one about my zoo deck, probably about Razor's Math deck as well. just because those two are pretty nice as well. There is a zoo one of Mystery Con Elite, so like you can watch that one. I assisted him making it, but it's actually pretty good. It got him to rank 14 pretty easily. The zoo I have currently could probably get me a bit further than that. I just haven't been playing much competitive. Although first season I had actually managed to get to rank 5 with the zoo lock, so... But that was before Naxxramas, which definitely changed the metagame for that. Which it does include a couple of those. So, yeah. So until next time. Yeah.